Well, 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 well. Well, 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 well. We have to talk about Sanji, the man that everybody wants to call Lanji, the man that everybody wants to call trash. People are just very, 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 very critical of Sanji. And I am personally, I've been critical myself. I will admit. And I had to sit back and reflect that maybe I didn't want to. Maybe I didn't give him enough credit that I have been. I honestly do think that I've been a little bit harsh on him. Sanji has done so much, and it's funny. We were talking to Hemmings about this, and this is during my Sanji versus Zoro stream. Talking to Hemmings, and he talked about we're talking about calling him an L this, L that, but we actually haven't sat back and thought about Sanji's body of work, which is actually quite extensive. Sanji pre-time skip has saved the Straw Hats many a time. No, 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 BDV, stop. Think about him pre-time skip. We don't give him the credit he deserves. Honestly, we rip on him, but there's so many things he did. Think about all the Mr. Prince moments, all of them, and there's a vast many of them that we should address. Judge was 100% right. You're such a dick. No, we got to talk about how pre-time skip he was one of the most capable fighters in the Straw Hats. Just how it is. And then on top of that, he's also one of the most intelligent Straw Hats, excluding Frankie and Nico Robin. He like think about Mr. Prince. What he did back on Little Garden when he took out the Unluckies and fooled Crocodile into believing the Straw Hats were dead, set up so much for them in Alabasta. Yes, I will get to post time skip BDV. I will get there. He hasn't been the best, but pre-time skip. Sanji was huge. We want to talk about that. We talk about taking down Jabra in an NA's lobby, opening the gates of justice. Like we shit on him, but we don't think about his body of work. Take some of that into consideration when we just want to say Lanji, and give him an L for everything that he's done. He shouldn't be criticized so thoroughly. And then we got to think about the opponents he's taken out. Were pretty decent back then. Bon Clay, Mr. Two, Jabra, which was third, I don't know, maybe second to Lucci. No God. Sanjay to go. Nigga fight with just exactly, I know. Sanjay actually used his hand, he'd probably be more effective. But you know how that shit go. He's the chef's cook and probably the best damn cook on the entire seas. Not just East Blue, not just the Grand Line, but the entire seas. Um, Sanjay, yes, he's got this little gag where he's got the bloody nose, and sometimes people are tired of seeing that. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. I mean, I wouldn't knock it. So, pre-time skip, he was major close, but now Judge 200% right. I mean, is he? I mean, we saw last chapter that Sanji was missing. So, I mean, it's very applicable that he's doing something right now that's very Mr. Prince worthy to help them get away with their possibly tarnished ship, you know? Um, I don't know why we shit on him. Sanji pre-time skip Sanji had feet, especially with the green bit, using blue walk in Nami's body, which clearly does not have the physical prowess that his own body has. Um, learning Skywalker. I shat on it, yes. Same time, it is impressive. He's the only one in his crew that can do it. That is impressive. I shat on it before when I had my hockey clash with Soulfist. Because other pirates can do it doesn't really make it trash. 'Cause before it was strictly a marine thing. When we first saw it, it was dope. Like, oh, Sanji can actually skywalk. We actually have a tech. We have a member that can fly while using Diablo Jambe. Post time skip to get out of the Doflamingo is Dofi. You don't know his power. He's getting fucked up. Hold on one moment.
What's good, my G? Can you hear me?
What's good? I can hear you, Monkey D. What's good? Sanji's pulling a smoothie prob. That's why he's missing. Sanji ain't that useless, BDB. I don't know why you hate him so much. What do you want, Wing? All right, Wing's coming. No, really, Sanji's body of work is really actually dope, and we don't give him enough credit for it. What do you think, Monkey D?
I couldn't hear the last thing you said.
I said Sanji's body of work all the way up until post time skip is, including pre time skip, is actually pretty dope. But we shit on him so hard right now.
Yeah, because I think a lot of the One Piece community, they're more on the tip of what have you done for me lately kind of thing. Where like if they're not consistently seeing shit, then you get on the bad end of their scale, especially if other Straw Hats are doing shit or if other amazing characters are doing shit. Like Zoro, for instance, is a very amazing character. Even though Luffy's my favorite, I don't put Zoro over Sanji or Sanji over Zoro because I feel like they're just as important. But you cannot deny Sanji's work from the moment he joined the Straw Hats up until now. Even though post time skip it hasn't been that all that great, but everything he's done pre time skip, it was plenty of times where they were either dead or captured if it wasn't for Sanji. Like that's what Sanji does. Like honestly, if I had a girl in my crew and I needed a nigga to make sure he was gonna save her at all times, Sanji's on the ship, bro. Because I know if I can't get to her, this nigga gonna save her, bro.
That's facts. What's up, Wallow? Wallow, can you hear me?
What up? What up?
What's good, YouTube 6 man? Um,
You know.
hey man. So did you see the title of the stream? Are we too hard on Sanji?
Nah, right now he being a hoe, but cool.
I mean, like, I know that, but like, think about his body of work. I don't think we give him any credit about his previous achievements just because he's tripping right now. Wallow?
Hold up real quick, bro.
No
You
problem.
can talk to everybody else. I got you. I'm gonna be in here in
Okay.
2 seconds.
No problem. No problem.
You just asked him the same thing you asked me, right, bro?
Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
Okay. I'm rolling up. I ain't paying attention.
No problem. But yeah, I don't see, like, I understand. Trust me, you know me. I've been a Sanji slanderer. I have. But I sat back and reflected on some of the things that Hemmings was saying in that last debate. You were there too, during that Sanji versus Zoro. And his entire body of work, we can't discredit that. He's right.
Facts.
Does Sanji make me mad now? Yeah, he being a whole hoe. He being a whole hoe and a half. But at the same time, this was our nigga. You know? This nigga was clutch as a bitch.
And this nigga, like, we had to still take in the fact that this nigga still only fights with his feet, fam. That's incredible. To be able to kick, like the leg strength that he has to be able to kick the shit he's kicking, like the nigga kicked the whole cake up in the to Capone's ship with no problem. Like, yeah, I understand he's supposed to be able to do that, but my nigga, he's still like a regular ass human just using his legs. So well, he ain't like, I guess he's not that regular because he was experimented on, even though his mom, ruined that shit. But I mean, nigga uses his feet, bro, and he never trains. He's always in the kitchen cooking, never trains, and he always ready for any type of fade with his feet, bro.
No, that's true. I mean, honestly, we don't like let's talk about this. Like, people want to talk about Punk Hazard. And this is coming from the biggest Virgo fanboy ever. And him going against Virgo. And how that didn't end up all that well, right? He got a cracked fibula or whatever. And the thing is, at the end of the day, even if Sanji might have caught that fade in the grand scheme of things, Sanji accomplished his goal. Sanji was able to save Tashigi in the G5, and they all got out of there. Sanji was able to get a few hits in Virgo, though he might not have won the match. Sanji was able to accomplish what he needed to do. And a lot of the time, Sanji accomplished what he needs to do. Doflamingo, when he got quote unquote faded by Doflamingo, he still accomplished what he needed to do. He saved his crew. Even though ultimately Law ended up saving him, he saved his crew and bought time. He completed the ultimate goal. And that's just straight up.
And to one concept, he does this a lot to can you hear me?
You're better now. You're better now.
All right. He does this a lot to certain characters at times, and I don't never understand why. But he'll use a character that we like just to hype up another character, and I felt like that's kind of what he did with Sanji there, where he needed to show that Sanji, I mean not Sanji, that Doflamingo was on such a different level that Sanji tried to pull up on him, but you know he couldn't do nothing. So therefore, it lets you know that okay, so we know therefore Luffy's definitely going to have to get this fight, and it's going to be tough because at that time we didn't know anything about Gear 4. So that's like setting up the whole is Gear 2nd and Gear 3rd strong enough to fight Doflamingo. I feel like that's why Oda did that, and you can't give Sanji an L for that because honestly, I don't know if Zoro would have did any better against Doflamingo. Honestly,
we don't know. Unfortunately, we can't just talk about that. And we can speculate obviously, but like we don't know for sure. And then a lot go, bro. So we're gonna give Rebecca's dad club for fighting with one leg. Sure, we certainly can.
Oh yeah.
Why would you not give Rebecca's dad club for fighting with one leg? It's one leg, nigga.
Hey yo, BDV, he definitely gets it, bro. This man was fighting on one leg, bro. Like nigga, you go out there and fight on one leg, bro. Come on, like y'all niggas be wilding with this shit.
Exactly, like, and that's why I had to take a step back because myself personally, I've been one of these assholes. I've been coming in Sanji's head, who used to be one of my favorite characters, Mr.Prince. Him taking that blast from Manel. He's like, "Oh, thank you, my nigga. I needed for you to light my cigarette." That was a cold ass moment, and for me to just not even realize and think about any of these moments is bogus. Am I Sanji fanboying now with the nostalgia? Maybe I am a little bit right now, but it's something I ain't done in a while because I've been a Sanji pessimist. So yeah, nigga, you gotta get. Yes, you're going to give him clap for fighting with one leg, BDV.
G shit, G shit, bro. Because at the end of the day, the man had one leg and a sword, and he's running at full speed. And if you take how he lost his leg, he cut his own shit off to save his king. If that ain't one of the most loyalist shit I've ever seen in my life, nigga, he gets all the credit, nigga.
What's good, Dribble?
Chilling, man. Chilling. I had to hop in. I'm trying to see what y'all talking about, man. I've been sensing a lot of Sanji hate lately in the community.
What exactly. A lot of,
and that's what we're addressing right this moment.
We here to stop the Sanji hate.
Me as one of nigga, I was damn near one of the leaders. And I'm trying to say maybe we should chill out. Maybe we're too hard. Am I gonna call the nigga out when he fuck up? You damn Skippy. But like let's chill on him, right? You know what? Some greatness might come next chapter in a couple days. Is he missing right now? I don't know what the hell he's doing, but it could be Mr. Prince, like, you know. Sanji got exposed art. It's not a good art for Sanji. By no means is it a good art for Sanji. By no means. By no means. We got a couple more people coming through. This is gonna be an interesting debate. What's up, Kisei?
What up, my dude?
What's good? I don't know if you hear what we talking about yet. I did not make a Sanji sucks video. No, I did not. The video is basically about are we too hard on Sanji? So how do you feel, Kisei?
I think some of us are, and I think the others are just a little bit more judgmental off of what they see without getting a lot of information to base a true opinion on his character about. So I say it's like split down the middle with this dude. You got your fans that defend him pretty hard. Like, I can name some people off easily, but I'm not gonna put their names out. Then you got some
Why
people
not,
that
nigga? It's call out hours. Nah,
But the other
nigga.
hand,
If they got something to say, they can come back. They can come on here
right.
themselves.
I guess I should ask, do I think let me talk personally about me. Do I personally have a grudge against Sanji, or do I just not like his character? Or am I hard on him? I say that really with Sanji, he's shown incredible feats, but then sometimes when he does just a little few things here and there, people really blow it out of proportion like he's amazing. And he already is. But like the whole Daifuku block. It was impressive, but then what I started hearing? Oh, he showed a better feat than Zoro now.
Yeah.
Why are we doing that?
And that's all the niggas that love to slurp. That's just what they do.
It's like they need to compare something.
Yeah, man. That's just me. That's all. That's how I feel about it.
No, bro. BDV it's not that I switch teams. Is that I need to look at it from its entirety and the standpoint, and I can't just see everything that nigga does is trash because that's what I've been doing. Even at the smallest of L's, even the smallest of L's, I've seen it as the biggest of L's. And what's up, Grim? Like I have been completely objective to some things and been pretty biased. Grim, I don't know if I explained to you the title of the stream. We're saying, are we too hard on Sanji, and how do you feel?
Am I echoing?
No, you're not.
Okay, so talking about Sanji.
Yes.
Well, what y'all niggas talking shit about?
The topic is, are we too hard on him? And I think we have been. I personally believe I have been.
I mean, because you said we, obviously we have to account for other people. So I agree that we don't have been, but like, I don't know, man. Like, of course, it's not justified to like think less of Sanji in any form, way, or manner because of all the history we have for Sanji.
Exactly. That's what I'm
I definitely
about.
think there's that Oda in these past two arcs has made conversation topics on purpose. If that's the best way to put it, or the easiest way to put it.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
We're definitely having this conversation because it was made this way. We were supposed to look at Sanji in a controversial way.
Like, I see what you're saying because basically Oda's acting as though Sanji just fucked his bitch syndrome is going on with him because he's doing him so damn bogus, and because he's plummeting and plummeting and plummeting, and that people are, and because of all these things happening, people are forgetting about his previous body of work. I mean, it's
y'all hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. Well, I don't think that like. I don't think he's been plummeting. Like to me, this arc has been like,
Yo, what up?
To the display of like.
What's good?
Go ahead.
To me, this arc's been a display of like.
What y'all niggas talking about?
It's been a display of like, just the characteristics of Sanji's. Okay. And I was saying that like I don't think he's really plummeted or like he's had like really like bad displays besides like one time. We got to remember like we're supposed to be looking at this like how this character would react to the situation and how most people would react to the situation. Mm-hmm. And I think we've got like how he would actually do it. To me, the only problem that was when he didn't choose to help Luffy and Nami fight the Enraged Army. That was when like he should have turned. Because to me, the whole dilemma that what was presented was that like he lost. He didn't necessarily lose faith in Luffy and the crew to help him with his problems, like it's always been. But like he trusted himself, and routinely.
Oh, we talking about Sanji?
Yeah, we're talking about are we too hard on him? What's up, Wing? What's up, Tyron? What's up, Russ? Go ahead, Tyron. You were here first.
All right, cool. So we talking about like what's the actual topic? What about him?
The topic is, are we too hard on him? Because we have been bashing.
Oh yeah, the community in general is
when I say
super
we,
hard.
I'm talking about the community. 20% of them are praising him, and 80% of them have been bashing him.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I don't think he should be praised, but at the same time, he shouldn't be bashed either. You have to understand what type of he's been put in this position that no other straw has been put into. Not a single one. And y'all expecting him to turn around and be all gung ho and all this type of shit when he has all different type of people being threatened on top of his head. That's an unfair situation, and niggas bias is stupid for that. First off, let's start off with the whole before we get to the Rage Army. This man has his father who raised him, not Judge punk ass, but freaking Zeph, who raised him and taught him to be the man that he is. And now he got his punk ass real daddy trying to threaten his life. About, oh yeah, if you don't go along and do what we say, then I'm gonna kill this nigga. Then fast forward, we get to Whole Cake Island, and you're dealing with a Yonko now.
Mm-hmm.
Big Mom, and you know Big Mom,
Big Mama.
she will destroy her own she'll destroy
Everything.
her own people, yeah, everything, and she don't get what she wants.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. No.
Hey, I'm back now.
What's up, Wallow?
Talking about the
Yeah.
everybody want to talk about the whole enraged army situation. He could not. He look if he stopped and helped Luffy, then they all die.
Yeah, no, yeah. I
I
agree.
feel you on that.
Should went back and helped with the enraged army, but I don't see how that happened because that negatively affects his entire family.
It's like I don't understand. Like,
Yeah.
what did people expect him to do? Like seriously.
I don't know about
I feel
going
you
back
on that.
and saying like stop the enraged army, but tell Luffy the situation you're in. What is it
Can't
going to
do
what is
that.
it going to hurt telling him?
Listen. Hold on. Sanji knows how Luffy is. It was better to like just let Luffy go along and like figure out some things on his own as opposed to him telling. Because then if he tells Luffy what's up, then he's going to be outed as a traitor against Big Mom and Judge, and they're going to kill Zeph. What part of that don't y'all understand?
That too, and like
No,
the
but
fact that Luffy, he's a loose cannon sometimes, so he may have just run up in there too quickly.
Exactly.
I know,
this
but you
the
know,
thing.
but
This the
I'd
thing
say
though.
go ahead.
No, I'm just saying like with the whole Sanji shit, bro. Like some people just blow it out of proportion. Some people don't even look at it realistically. They just look at it how they choose. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? It's just all varying. It's varying aspects when you talking about Sanji. But on the sense that you feel me, no doubt, this is one thing I'm gonna say because I'm probably like the most unbiased person when judging characters, bro. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. That
You
I
know what
am
I'm
not.
saying?
I
And
agree. I
and
have been.
and I'll tell you like this, bro.
Stop it.
What I've seen from this dude, this art, bro, he's been being a bitch. Like Luffy told him back when he met him that Zeph wanted you to live. And
Correct.
Sanji himself should know that because this nigga ate his own legs. He tricked him into thinking he had a whole lot of food when it was all treasure, just so he could give him all the food. If he
Mm-hmm.
really wanted, if he really cared about his life over yours, like bro, bro, to me that's just thinking like a hoe, bro. Like, bro, you out here trying to fulfill your goals, bro. This man told you to go do that. Don't worry about him no more. Don't worry about Barate no more. And what
That's
you
what I was
doing?
saying.
Okay, you can't
You
say that in the
Hey,
forsake.
same
you
breath you talking
No,
can't.
about
no,
other
no.
man's
Don't cut
Yeah,
me
you
actions.
off.
can't
Don't
do
cut me
that
off,
though.
Tyrant. Let me do what I'm
Bro, you
doing.
be taking like 10 minutes to talk, nigga.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead. I've been sitting here listening to all y'all boys talk the whole time.
Who said that shit?
Did I interrupt? Did I interrupt you?
Bro, you got it, fam. You
Did
got
I?
it.
Nah, bro.
You
Did
got
I
it, fam.
interrupt
Cause
you?
my goal was not to interrupt you,
I
but
know.
it's just to add in shit while you talking. You can continue talking, but you
No,
can't
that. But
expect us
that's.
just
But
to
that.
say some shit for niggas not to
Nah.
respond, bro. That's
Listen. But at the same time, if you say to me, let me add this in real quick. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna let you do that.
I
It ain't
bet.
no
Say less.
problem.
Say less.
All right.
You got it.
No, Levi.
All right, we good, boy. We good, boy. Moving on. Moving on. Moving on.
Who know my name? Wait, hold on. Who
Oh
just
yeah,
said that?
hold up.
Nah,
No,
nah. That's the
he
name.
talked.
That's the
He
name
talked
of
to
his.
his dog.
Yeah, that's the
Yep.
name of his dog,
Oh,
bro.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that was your name.
That's funny. That's low key funny.
The book.
That's
Yep.
low key
yo, I
funny.
thought some nigga found me, bro.
Yo,
That was wild. I'm sorry. But
first.
continue on. Who was getting ready to speak on the next point?
Someone was gonna say something.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
somebody about to
I
say
thought he
something.
was gonna
Yeah,
continue
so
what he was
Go
saying.
go ahead.
Beat you.
I was going to continue, but it ain't
Hey,
no point
Wallow,
now.
Go to
continue on.
cage.
Continue on until we can chime back in.
Nah, I was
Yeah.
just saying, like, bro, you feel me? Like, some people you can't look at it like the way, like, Luffy and Zeph wanted him to live on, but he's basically going back on everything Zeph taught him, the way he acting. Honestly,
Okay, well, Wallow, let me stop you right there.
Hmm. Why you
Let
say
me
that?
add this in. Here's my thing though. But you know how he was born different, bro. Like he's born with more kinds than anybody else. You really think he's going to turn his back against the one person other than his mother to ever show him compassion and show him how to really be a human being? And then you talking about this man is being threatened by not only just by anybody, but by the same people that caused him his original strife in the first place.
I get that, but see, there's a different way of going about it. Don't go about it in no way of you sacrificing your crew, nigga. If you talk to Luffy, and you go over there and go to Baratier and see if they straight.
That's what I'm saying. I think he should have talked him out. You know, Luffy would easily go to East Blue with him.
Yeah, they would
It's
have
too
went back.
late. How's he going to do
Can I
that?
add
Hold up. It's
one?
too late though. But like you're asking so that when is he going to do that?
Why is it too
How's
late?
that too?
Because
Yeah,
listen,
how's
you're
it too?
asking for him.
Go ahead.
Excuse me.
Well, you
You're
saying go
asking
back to
for
the
him.
karate?
Yeah, you're
Like,
asking
He
for
probably
him. Like
lied.
when is he going to go?
He probably
When is
lied
he going
up.
to go? When is he going to go back to Baratier? That's
He
what
will do
like.
what
But
it needs for his crewmates, as you've seen.
yeah,
But I
like,
think
bruh, when is Big Mom people gonna go to Baratier?
She has. Hold on. She does. It's not just Big Mom. Remember, Yonkos. They have people that's underneath them too. You don't know who she got put in
And which
place
one of
to
them
already
fathers
there.
finna fuck with Red Leg Zeph?
I'm assuming no. You don't know. Like, look, we saw Whitebeard. We saw his allied captains and all of them, right? We saw how massive, not outside of his crew, we saw just how massive his entire forces are. Oda is illustrating us with Luffy and his Grand Fleet. Like, outside of his original Straw Hat crew, you have these very powerful individuals that's going to be affiliated with you that can do stuff to you without the regular crew being there. We don't know who Big Mom has under her umbrella.
Nah, we know. No, we know her fleet. Her fleet is her family.
No, you don't understand what I'm saying. I'm talking about her allied people that's under her
Are you talking
umbrella.
about the
No,
underground?
no. Listen,
allies
like
like
that's why.
Tamago and stuff like that. Like
Yo, what's
No,
allies
up,
like
Double
No, he's
A?
talking
no,
about like beige and people who kind of joined under them.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You don't know
but
who
no,
she
no.
has.
But the thing about that, the thing about what you just said, bro, is they all reside in Totland, so you would know who they are.
can I add one thing? I feel
Go
like
ahead,
he
go ahead, fam.
Yeah.
You
damn.
You
lagging,
breaking up,
lagging.
man.
You lagging, G.
Mike D trash.
This nigga Russ.
Mm.
Hold on, man. Try again. Nah,
Oh
G.
man,
You got
y'all
the
phone
it's
niggas be
Bumblebee
cutting
syndrome.
up.
Reconnect to your Wi-Fi, bro. That might help. But like,
Oh,
I just want to say something about Sanji just to get back on topic here. Like, I feel like people kind of discredit Sanji for the stuff he kind of does that's not in the foreground. He does a lot of stuff that's in the background. I feel like people, that's because he's not fighting the main boss of the arc and all that kind of stuff. I feel like people are like, oh, he sucks. But I
I
mean, he does
agree.
a lot of stuff for the Straw Hats, like
Yeah.
behind the scenes and stuff. Like, if you take Sanji off the crew, they're gonna have some
Who,
issues for sure.
They're
who's that?
dead.
So I can
A lot
address
of
that.
opportunities in which he's not around, they're dead.
Who is that talking? Because I want to know who I'm talking to with that.
That's
Oh,
that's
I'm Dribble
Dribble Kenshin.
Kenshin.
That's Dribble Kenshin.
Oh, okay,
Dribble.
dribble, bro. What's good, man? You feel me? Check this out, bro. I agree with that, bro. He's more like you know how you got like in sports, but you got the people who all are in the front stream, but the scouting department who scout these beastly players barely get any recognition. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like you got the people who drafting them getting all the clout, but them people behind
They
the
don't say
scenes who
shit about
putting
the
in all the
scouts.
work, running the numbers, doing
Oh, I
all
see
the
what you're
dirty
saying.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
what
That's
true
true.
though.
Sanji is. He's a strategist. He lays a foundation. He plays a vital role in a lot of things they do. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, for
But at
sure.
the same
I
time,
mean,
like what the only thing everybody feel like is missing from him is his own like he got to put somebody in the dirt, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? That's
well, he
all.
does.
Every
Whoa, hold on, wait. Every time this
that's
dude fights, those fights are over with. He always be fighting powerful dudes, whatever, and his fights be done quick. Like there's no
yeah, I
question.
said that.
Them
They
niggas
don't
are
last more
gone.
than a chapter.
you right. You right. He been
Mm-hmm.
put in the situations like Doflamingo. Like let's do a rundown. Doflamingo, Virgo. Who else he got thrown in
So you
front
talking about
of?
captain or vice captain right there? We knew he wasn't going to beat them. Not
You
on,
got
Yeah.
thrown
especially
up
not the
like that.
condition that
But
he
let
was
me
in.
can I say
Hey,
this real quick, bro?
go ahead, Keith. I want to go
Just real
after you.
quick. I had read something really important that Oda said about One Piece and that how he pretty much draws this manga in the interpretation of his own world or like his own life, almost to say. And when I look at Sanji and how we're hard on him, and like with some of the comments I heard from you guys, you guys say, well, he's acting like a bitch, or he needs to, kind of turn up and show his zeal. I think that's the beauty of some of these characters is that they're not going to do what we should expect them to do at a situation. Even if they've learned a lesson, even if they got told in a chapter or arc ago how to handle this, when you're in the deep thicket of it all, your whole what you've learned is missing and you're just stuck there, having to deal with it. And I think that's what Sanji did this whole time. Okay, he was just trying to deal with it all. And even though we may say, oh, Sanji, just drop him, like kick him, just like end it all. Like Sanji's character is more like human,
But
like
let me get
trapped in those type of situations.
Let me throw this in there on that point. With that being said, because what you just said is absolutely true. But with that being said, like I don't feel like what he's been doing in Whole Cake. When I go back and look at it, it's not even lackluster. I just hope he gets the proper development now with his family. You see what I'm saying? Because that is the perfect people for him to get a proper development with, because they are just like him. You feel me? They are his real family,
right?
And they're strong too. So if you're not going to use Big Mom, use them.
Hell yeah, I agree.
So I wanna touch on the point that somebody was talking about him going against Virgo and him going against Doflamingo. The same
I was
time,
saying that.
you Tyrant, yeah. Everybody's very, very quick to give him an L about that, correct? But at the same time, Sanji accomplished his goals in both of those situations. At that time,
he saved who he needed to save.
He saved Tashigi in G5 at the same time, and he made it out. I wouldn't say unscathed, a little broken tibia, but
that was already done. That was
but he still did what he needed to do. And then with Doflamingo, he accomplished his goal once again. His crew got away, and yeah, he got saved by law, but at the same time, goal accomplished.
But wait, yo, look, y'all don't understand. Sanji himself has just joined the stream. What's up, Black Leg Sanji?
Oh, they're talking about Devil Leg.
Yeah,
I want to hear. Hey, Devil Leg, I want to hear from you because you have him in this goddamn name.
What are you guys talking about?
Exactly. We're talking about are we too hard on Sanji?
Oh no, Sanji sucks massive dick.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit? Can you give us some reasons why he sucks?
No, go ahead.
You be sucking on the foot long, bro.
Ever. He loves Sanji, but he's mad at Sanji. Go ahead.
I'm not mad at Sanji. I'm not like even disappointed. It's just now he's not the character that I started liking. He's like someone else now.
Yeah, I remember before we seen the Vismos, bro. That boy was trying to tell me that he was stronger than Ichiji and Iji and them boy. Nah.
Me?
Yeah, like earlier.
I was horribly mistaken, bro. Niji.
Yeah, Devil Leg had a tweet the other day was like, "Yo, I don't know who this nigga y'all talking about is Sanji, because that's not the Sanji I know."
Because he wanted to know. That's because he's getting caught up. Hold on, he's being caught up with all the comparisons with Zoro and all the other.
No. You guys are always the people who argue against me, are the people who bring up Zoro. I never think about Zoro when I'm talking about Sanji.
But what is it? Hold on, here's my question to you though.
I literally don't care at all about Zoro.
Okay, fine. Let's take Zoro out of it, right? But then what is it that Sanji has shown you since the post time skip that you're not liking? Because you have to understand, Oda has put him in the most fucked up situations of any Straw Hat.
No, listen. That's not true at all.
What's not true?
Luffy's been in way more worse situations. I know it's not fair because Luffy's like the strongest person in the crew, but I mean, still, it is
and
not
post time skip.
Post
time skip. We're not talking about pre-time skip. Pre-time skip, yes, Luffy did. Post time skip, what situation Luffy been put in that's worse than Sanji?
Remember when he had to fight Katakuri?
That he chose to do that. No, that's Luffy's choice.
Sanji chose to run up on Doflamingo and not use his full power, and he got wrecked. So I mean,
he did. Listen, Sanji was never beating Doflamingo.
Yeah, Doku was on this another level, bro. Like honestly,
so really,
pretty much 90% of the people that were there, he was over. Like, like nobody was really touching Doku at that moment.
But on that same note, bro, this is what I keep trying to tell people, bro. Till we see something called full power from him, we don't know it exists, bro. So what we see, it is the full power. Like,
I feel you on that.
That's what I be trying to tell people.
That's all we have to go off. If we don't know about the power up, then he ain't got it.
I feel you, because that's what I would like to see something new from Sanji. Like, I don't want to make this a Zoro versus Sanji thing, but with Zoro, for example, in his fights, I always see him bring out some new attack. Like, he got attacks for days. Like, he never run out of attacks. But what's Sanji's like
As,
most powerful attack? That Conqueror thing where he be
because,
spinning.
bro,
Yeah, like
No,
as many
Nah, that's like
hell
projectiles
his,
as
memories.
third most.
No,
That's like his
hell
third powerful.
memories.
No.
No, hell. No, listen. Hell
Hell's
memories
memories.
and the grill cut he did to the Kraken is his two most powerful techniques we have seen so far.
The grill cut, you
okay.
think? Not
Yeah.
even the premier Hashir hash.
No,
I
that has
mean, like the
nothing.
way.
That does not. Listen, look at the grill cut.
I mean, the way it was portrayed, it did cook something underwater, which Sanji's Diablo can't do above water. But I mean, like,
It's the surface damage. Like that thing. Like you saw how big the Kraken was.
But no. So I wanna talk to y'all, and I want y'all opinion whether this is false or not. Sanji's feats outweigh his losses.
no.
No,
It depends on what you talk. Hold
I'd
on,
say
hold on. What do
yes.
you hold on?
His
What do you consider his
losses
feats?
and what losses though? Like how we saying
there are
losses?
feats. There him defeating opponents. Him being the reason why they survived so many times. Him doing things
His
in the
feats.
background. Those are
His
feats.
feats. I'd say his feats
There's no
outweigh
way
his
he should have
losses.
more
To
losses
me,
than feats.
no, but
Yeah.
to me, his losses. Well, if we're gonna label him as such, in post skip outweigh his feats because, bro, the people he went against were OP as shit compared to
Well,
him.
hold
But
on.
no. But his goal wasn't to fight. Here's the thing, though. We
But
want to look. We're
that's why I
no.
said
Hold
it
on.
outweighs it, though, Tyrant.
Yeah, but
That
hold on.
is
But check this out.
exactly why it outweighs it.
Yeah, but check this out though, right? Yeah, but that's because we're looking at it from a wrong concept. It's not a feat. Look, listen, he didn't lose to those people because he never went in there with the intention of fighting them. He just went to a confrontation that way he can stop them from hurting somebody else. And in
Yeah,
those
that's a great
regards, that is
point.
a win.
Yeah, but he did that by
Yeah,
fighting them.
No,
that's
no,
a
no, no,
great
no, no,
point.
no. It's a
Hey,
confrontation though that he didn't. He was just using as a block. He was being a shield, and as a shield, he accomplished his goal.
hey, let me piggyback
Maybe
on
with
that thought.
Doflamingo, but not Virgo.
Let me piggyback on that because I really like that thought because I was thinking kind of on a similar line. If you look at even in the L's that Sanji took, ask yourself this: did that stop the progressions of the Straw Hats in any way,
No.
or did they still keep
I
going
mean,
in what
most
they
of
were
the
trying
time
to
when
do?
people talk about Sanji, though, they're not talking about the progression of the Straw Hats. They're talking about Sanji being complete
But you
ass.
have to because that's a feat. Like if Sanji is somehow helping
Yeah,
his
but I mean,
crew
like a
move
random fodder
forward,
can
that's
jump in the
important.
way and like delay somebody and let them get away.
I
But
don't
hold on,
know,
Yeah.
man.
but you hold on, but look, no other straw hat is true. Like the only other straw hat that's done something similar so far was Brook. All right, Brook has went out his way, and I think that's another thing too that's bad in the comparison with Sanji, because this was started to be his art, and then we see some the things that Brook do,
Mm-hmm.
and he's actually like
What has
more
Brook
like he's
really
doing a little
done?
bit more and stuff like that. But the
A
thing
lot
you
of
have
it
to
more.
understand this: Sanji has always been put in place. A white knight is what a shield at the end of the day. That is his whole character. He's being a white knight, and every time he
So he
decides he
said,
does that, he succeeds 100%.
But
Tashigi in danger. Guess what? Virgo and G5. Guess what? Virgo's not going after them no more because he has to deal with Sanji and they get away. Oh, we dealing with Whole Cake, right? Oh, technically his not only is the Straw Hat crew in danger, right? Because we don't know what the hell Big Mom. And back to what Walla was saying earlier, he was talking about all her forces at Totland. That's not true because if that was the case, Jinbei was already under Big Mom's umbrella when they was on Fishman Island. But yet he's at Fishman Island. All her forces, her allied people are not all at Totland.
no,
They
yeah,
are
I agree.
scattered across the
I
world.
agree with that. But I said they reside in Totland. Where did Jinbei have to come back to? Totland.
Yeah, I'm saying, but we don't know who she has out there because clearly we see that, like for instance, like the Mama Chanter, right? That wasn't here. That's her flagship, but yet it wasn't here in Whole Cake this entire time. Clearly, that's her main ship. So clearly, not everything. Everything. Her base is Totland, but the things that she has on Park are not always there. That's what I'm trying to say. And so, with that being said, right, there's so many things that this person, this Yonko, can do to you, your crew, your family, whoever you care about. And he has to take all that into consideration before he makes his actions. And he chose so far the best course of action because he do one thing that we wish that most people in the community wish that he does. Guess what? That's a change of mind. I'm killing everybody because you don't know who the hell I got out here.
What?
hold on. Welcome, Mercy.
Hey, appreciate it.
Wing, Wing.
Wing is sleep.
All right,
Man.
Wing. This is the second stream in a row he didn't join and just stay quiet.
I think he's asleep, bro.
All
That
right,
king.
all right.
Maybe they go to
Russ,
the bathroom.
Russ, what do you think? You haven't gotten your thoughts yet.
No, I feel like Sanji been trashed to me personally.
But you're not gonna. That's it. You think he's trash? You're not gonna elaborate.
I mean, that's all you need to say, really.
Let,
Because he's
let me
trash.
let me ask y'all, the people who are saying that Sanji's trash, do you think that as far as his personality, is it because that you don't really like the white knight type of personality, or is it
That's
because something
exactly it.
else?
That's
Yeah.
exactly
Like
it.
where,
No, I
like
don't like
where's
him.
your
Nah,
frustration?
I see.
Look,
Let's say
Kisei come in quick to defend that.
He like, "Do-do-do-do."
I like Kisei. So there's nothing wrong with being a white knight.
I
But
mean,
No, 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 no,
He's
no, no,
right
no, no.
though.
Here's the thing. No, no. Here's the thing. No, it's
I
not wrong.
wouldn't have
There's
been a
nothing
fan
wrong
of
with
the
being a
character
white
pre-time
knight.
skip if that was the
There's
problem.
no, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that the way it's being portrayed, and then when you compare him to other women, we have in our mind, Oda has drawn so far, like especially ever since the Doflamingo arc, right? That he's showing a lot of these people who underling, who's like not just the main antagonist group, but like their direct underlings, the one that's right underneath them in power and status, how cool in their design and their personality and stuff like that. And then when we turn around and most people in the community look at Sanji like, oh, bro, are you serious? Are you really doing this? But we look at his personality and the things that he does and what we wish that he, like things that we don't like
oh,
he do
he's
and the
a
things that we wish
sim.
that he would do, and we try to compare it to those people. That's unfair because that's not his character, and y'all
Agreed.
All right,
overlook.
hold on,
Hold
hold
on,
on.
hold on, and y'all overlook the things that he did do. That's the problem. Y'all so the moment y'all look like, oh, his personality did something y'all didn't like,
And that's
but
and
then
that's
y'all
why
will
I had to go
completely
back and
overlook the
think about
beast.
it. I had to go back and think about it. Like I have been a Sanji basher, but then I thought about like, why am I such a Sanji basher when he did so many good things in the past? It's
Oh
not
yeah,
like
he
he
did.
didn't
Yeah,
do
he
Let me
did
anything
some
address
great
it's
Tyron's
things.
still
point.
like
Let me address Tyron's point real quick.
been good
Go
things.
ahead.
The only person I compare Sanji to is pre-time skip Sanji. I don't compare him to anybody else.
Mm.
Agreed.
Hey,
So the
let's
expectations for Sanji came from Sanji himself, how he's written before.
hmm
I don't
And
have
but
a
here's my
problem with
thing
his
though. But
personality. I don't
pre-time
have
skip Sanji. But hold on, pre-time skip Sanji
is
has
way
been
better.
put in the positions that post-time skip Sanji has. See,
All right, so
pre-time
it's
skip
Oda's
Sanji was
fault now that
free.
he sucks.
No, hold on, no, it's not. No. You're interpreting he sucks, but his actions doesn't prove that he sucks. You don't like his personality, but his actions has
I didn't
been
say anything
very
about his
successful.
personality.
Okay, but his feats though don't suck. That's what the thing you understand. Like he succeeded
Him
in
losing the
everything that
judge
he's
doesn't suck.
done. You said
Yo,
Him
what?
what's the
cracking
fee
his
he
leg
had
doesn't
though?
suck.
What's the fee
Him
he
getting hit by
had?
bullets doesn't suck. Like, come
Besides
on.
His wait, hold on.
like,
His siblings got hit by bullets. I don't want to hear that.
No, they don't have to dodge bullets. He was actively trying to avoid all that shit. Like, come on, fodder
He's
with bullets. We're
carrying
about to
Luffy.
kill
No,
him.
no, 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 no. He's trying to make
He's
sure Luffy
carrying
is
Luffy.
safe.
No, what? He's
Nah,
like
nah.
70
Look,
pounds.
Tyrant. No, Tyrant.
no,
Let me shut that point down, bro. Because like I hate when I hear, bro. I had a whole argument about that, bro. Niggas keep trying to tell me he's carrying Luffy,
yeah,
bro.
exactly.
Niji was carrying him and Luffy and using a sword and blitzing niggas and folding them.
Exactly.
Like you
Niji
can't
don't
use
care.
that as
Well,
a
hold on, wait, hold on. Niji don't care about the safety of when they like all he
Then why
was
were him and
boom.
Luffy
He's a
safe?
soldier.
what
No, no,
you
Whoa.
listen.
mean safety? He was trying to get them out of there.
No, they just
Yeah,
get him
he
out
was
of there. But
trying
if
to
they get
protect
hit,
them.
hold on, hold on.
Sanji
But he's
was in
not
the
going to
way. He
care.
said Sanji's too
He's
slow.
not going to care if they get hit though. He's not. That's
No,
not in
Now
That's
what?
his
you're
why he
gonna
face.
saved them,
Tyrant,
now
right?
you're
Tyrant,
putting
Tyrant. His
you're
exact words
putting
was, "If you're moving that slow, how you?" He was saying, "If you're moving that slow, you gonna." He
Tyrant,
said
Tyrant,
something
well,
about
Tyrant
getting
doesn't.
hit or some shit
But
like
think,
that.
Tyrant, there's a problem there. He doesn't care if they get hit, but they didn't get hit, and then Sanji cared that they got hit, and they got hit.
What?
well,
Listen.
let's
One,
say
I, hold
if
on, I don't
Luffy
think. Hold on.
fell off
Listen. No, hold on. Hold on.
Sanji, right?
Yeah. Hold on. Hold on. Listen. This one I'm trying to say. Sanji. I mean, Niji was trying to make sure. Yeah, he was moving too slow. Yes, he would have got hit, but he's mostly his main focus. Like, yo, y'all need to get the hell up out of here, right? And that's what he said. Like, oh, Sanji, you're moving. In his opinion, he thought Sanji was moving too slow to get away from this battlefield to get back to the wherever you need to go to, right?
He
Mm-hmm.
If they
was.
get hit along the way, Niji isn't going to care that they got hit and stop. Oh, you need first aid and stuff like that. No, Sanji would though because he's carrying his captain, the person that he cares about. That's
No,
a
but
no,
different
that's the
obviously,
story.
thing though,
no.
Tyron.
That's where
That's
you're
the thing.
wrong.
Like the fact that it's like the
It
fact
could be
that it
possible.
wasn't able to escape with his captain.
No, but listen,
That's the
where
shit.
you're wrong,
Wait,
where you're
wait, wait.
wrong
Can
on
I add
Niji
in?
not caring. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Can I add in that Niji was also wearing his raid suits for those who thinks that he was just so much stronger than Sanji to be able to do that?
I mean, his race is
We're
part of
not
his
talking about
equipment.
power.
So
We're
That's a
talking
good
about
point.
actions. We're not talking about power here. We're just talking about the course of the action.
Yeah, you
Okay,
feel?
bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, because think about it. Yeah, he got his raid suit on, so he is bulletproof at that point. But at the same time, he's not getting touched. And the nigga said, bro, this man said to Sanji, "You are moving You're not moving fast enough, basically.
And we've
Look,
seen
look,
Sanji
And
move
and
fast
and
enough
I
to
got a
dodge
point
it.
right here. I got
Hold
a
on,
point.
listen.
Hold on,
He
listen.
was wrong in that aspect because clearly Oda illustrated
I mean, he
what
was
maybe
right.
like 20 something chapters ago. This nigga moves so fast that unless you got some
No,
unnatural
the fact that
ability,
is
you can't pick up on his movements.
no, the
But here's
fact
the
is,
thing.
remember this. Look, remember when this niggas were underwater, bro? Like tens of thousands of like tons of pressure on him, and Sanji was moving like fast as fuck underwater with that
Right.
fucking kraken.
Well, yeah, but I
How was
mean,
he
I
gonna
don't
do
think they
that
will
shit
take
now? He
into
fucking
account the
can't
PSI
carry
and
Luffy.
stuff. But I feel you though.
He can't carry Luffy. That's some
no,
bullshit. The
but
fuck?
see, but look,
No,
look,
No,
no,
they
see,
no, no, no,
actually
look,
no, no,
but
no,
did
no,
it.
no,
mercy,
no, no, no. The
but
problem here in this
mercy.
situation
This
was
is
this.
hold up, Tyron. Let me
Mm,
say this, mercy. If you're gonna use that point, you got to use the right one. You got to say, bro, he picked up Chiffon, who is bigger than
At light
Luffy.
speed, damn near light speed with that
Exactly.
VR.
big
Hold on, hold on,
fish.
hold on, hold on, hold on. Listen,
That's
listen. All
even
right, check
more
this out.
impressive.
Wait, hold on, hold on. All right, let me just say this real quick. The problem with that whole Sanji situation when his siblings arrived to help him and Luffy escape, right, is this. Here's where I don't give Sanji a pass from. It wasn't the fact that Sanji wasn't moving fast. It was the fact this nigga was distracted several times and he didn't need to be. That's where he don't get the pass from. And that's why people confusing feats like, oh, Niji's moving full fast. If Sanji was like his brother, like if Sanji was like, hey, fuck this, we out of here. And remember, Sanji was illustrated several times that he stopped to look about what the situation was going on because a bunch of chaos shit was going on. If Sanji had moved, because we clearly seen Sanji can move with something way bigger than Chiffon at imperceivable speeds, he should have done that from the get go. So no, he don't get a pass for that. It's the fact that he chose not to move at that speed. It's not that he couldn't, because we clearly seen that he can move that fast.
Chiffon's a
He
woman.
chose not to do that.
No,
But yeah,
that's what
that
I'm
I
talking about.
agree. I agree.
That's what I'm
Chiffon's a
talking about.
woman. That's the
I
difference.
agree.
No,
When it comes to
that's the
saving
fact.
women,
That's
he go
he doesn't get
extra
the
try
pass
hard.
because he
Yeah.
was distracted, yo. That nigga was distracted. Cause thing is, we know Sanji could think calm because he did that shit in fucking what's it called? Ennie's lobby, yo. You feel me? Like around with all this shit going on, he
He did an
fucking wanted to
alabaster
wait for
too.
them to escape,
He's a
right?
strategy. That's what he does. But the
That's what I'm
fact is,
saying. But the thing
he's
is, he's mad
conflicted
at
by his emotions in this arc. It's like
yeah.
it's not he's not allowed to think clear. It's like for whatever reason, Oda illustrated Sanji where he can't use his big like his shining points about his character, which a lot of it is his speed and more importantly that is really his tactics and his strategy. He can't really do that because when think about it, when you're overwhelmed with emotion, strategy doesn't always come first in the mind. You're not always going to do the smart thing to
But
do. And
it
Sanji is
wasn't shown
compounded
he
by
was
emotions in this
overwhelmed though.
arc.
It wasn't shown. That's the problem I have. It wasn't shown, but in the previous chapter before he carried Luffy that he was overwhelmed. He was just waiting.
No.
No, the thing is, Lola Tyrant. He was waiting patiently. He was like, Luffy, when are you coming out?
Mhm.
Yeah, he
He
was smoking a
knew that
cigarette and
moment
shit.
was gonna come, and he
But he
was
got
still wasn't
but
prepared.
this is also after what we don't know what Pudding did to his ass either.
No, but then look, once again, we see him move fast enough to get bypass everybody else where Luffy is at and sweet chin music raising.
Talk about Charlotte Mother.
Quick jab.
He's
That boy hit
inconsistent.
him with that
Listen,
sexy boy.
hold on, hold on, wait here. That's hold on. That's the biggest thing here, though. He isn't allowed to be normal Sanji that we've seen him in the past do, and a lot of that is due to this man, not just in one scene, not in just one chapter or here and there. This entire arc, Sanji is overwhelmed with all mostly negative emotions and conflicting emotions at that. He cannot be the perfect strategist that he usually is
But see that
because
let
when
me
you
let me throw something in there with that Tyrant. Like that's why sometimes I think to myself, his whole character is a contradiction. But now that we know when you get mad and you pissed off, observation hockey don't work. But that's what he specializes in.
hmm
hmm
What the fuck is that?
that's a problem. That hold on, that is a older gave the one person you decide to highlight. Oh, this nigga's going to be the observation specialist, but then at the same time, he's a person that's going to have a trait that can
Because he's very emotional.
counter his observation hockey that don't make sense. But then
Are,
that's older for you. Then he does shit a lot
are
of
you
times.
guys
It's
talking
like
about how observation wasn't coming into effect when he was getting Luffy out, or are you just talking about
no, we
No,
Sanji's
just don't
no,
know. We
no.
talking
observation?
about in character.
I
He's
just brought up for character purpose
I mean,
that
his observation is almost non-existent.
yeah.
because of his emotions. You can't. You look. Listen. If you're overwhelmed, if you can't think clearly, guess what? Observation ain't gonna work. And Sanji in this
I
arc
mean, it
can't
never.
really think clearly.
It's beyond this arc. It's barely worked. It's only worked like 2 times post time skip.
Katakuri, he showed it works.
Look. But the thing is, right? The thing is, right?
Hey,
As
I'm
a
sorry.
fighter, right? Like, listen. As one of as the top three person in Straw Hat's crew, right? If you
Mhm.
can come in clutch in a situations like these, The fuck are you used for?
Anyway, I got one
Big
question.
cakes.
Wing, are you here?
Yeah, it
All
wouldn't
right.
let me talk. I was talking before, but it wouldn't let me talk, bro. I was talking to myself, bro.
Yeah,
Okay.
he
Okay.
kept joining and leaving, joining to the
Yeah,
work.
yeah.
All right. I
Yeah.
got you.
But go ahead, bro.
Oh no, people do be downplaying Sanji. People need to stop hating. If anybody else was put in the exact same situation, family, friends, crew, everybody all in danger, and they got like, all right, let's just say Zoro. All right, I'm gonna have your hands with bracelets on. You try to do anything we don't want, they explode instantly.
You would think the
We
explosion.
we killing your master way back home in the East Blue. Uh, what else? Everybody else you know that bullied you or fuck with you when you was
Zoro
a
ain't
little
falling for
kid.
no bitch though.
Hey, wait. I just thought about that. Wait, hold
Zoro
on.
It
I don't
ain't
want
don't
to cut
falling
you
for
off.
no
matter.
Hold
bitch
on,
though.
wait. I don't want to cut him off, but I just thought about
Oh
something
no,
here.
go.
Sanji's the only one. Hold on. Sanji's the only straw hat that actually really do got people in which that can be used against him. No one else has that because everybody's there or they just don't have anybody.
I
Luffy,
thought about
okay,
that too.
he's think about it. He's the only one that has that problem.
Well,
No
Luffy does
other
to a
straw
certain
hat
extent with
to an extent,
Sabo.
but that's like far away that they
Nah,
super
Chopper
OP. He don't
do.
have to worry about them. Oh yeah, Chopper got Kureha, but that's about it. Who else on the Straw Hat crew has the same?
Nami,
Usopp,
Nami don't have nothing.
her
Usopp
Just
got
liberating
sister,
her.
Usopp does.
her
That's
sister, her
one person.
stepdad,
That's one person.
her
That's one
island.
person.
That she okay,
I feel you on that point. Though. I see what you're saying.
okay. So I guess all those people don't matter to Nami, huh?
They've already been dealt with.
And
They're
bro,
safe.
I mean, yeah, but if they're a threat,
We
then
Luffy
thought the
got
Bartier
that's
was
the
had
whole
been dealt
idea.
with too.
the
bro,
Baratie was safe at one point.
Luffy got people.
Yeah.
He lost his brother. Got a hole punched in him right
We
in front
expect
of
that.
him.
We
Yeah, but
expect
I
that of
think
Nigga
Luffy.
he's
He's the
soap operas was
captain. But
so bad.
I'm talking about like if it's not Luffy, right? I'm talking about like because I'm not putting Luffy in this category. He's the captain. He's the main character. So of course he's going to have those things, right? But out of his crew, right?
Nah,
Sanji is really the
but
only
regardless,
person.
he doesn't have to worry about his people
But he's
though,
not the
because
only
they're
person.
faders. They're
Exactly.
faders.
Yeah, Luffy's people. Oh, they're stronger than him. So yeah, he don't have to worry about that. But in Sanji's case, these people, whatever, like they're putting like very bad. He's the only one that older decided to grow out of his way. Like, yo, this man has this person, that person, this person, and that person. No other, especially Zoro. Who the hell Zoro got? Nobody.
Nah,
He's solo.
on the same thing, Red Leg's stronger than Sanji, bro. So that's why he tripping on my behalf.
I don't know, man. We have to see.
I think so, bro. That boy's a fader.
It could be
I
possible.
mean,
I
being
think
stronger than
before the
Sanji is
leg,
really hard.
before he cut off his leg, yeah, I think that nigga was probably up there. He's like one of the. I think he was like up there in the verse.
No,
Oh
Honestly.
yeah, he was definitely up there. I mean,
let me see that armament peg leg pierce somebody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. What the
he
hell?
was
He
getting
gonna
that,
be
Let me see
up there
jumping.
that.
in line for no reason. He definitely was up there. But
I want to see why he's called Red Leg. That's what I want to know.
Because his leg
Yeah.
was covered
He
in so much
kicked
blood.
50.
Let they explain that.
Yeah, that's why they said man red leg. He kicked
Stomping
Theodore
mud
so
holes in
hard
niggas.
that boy used to leave his footprint in him.
Yeah,
He,
they
he
said
was
that.
the
They
one
said
cracking mud.
his
Okay.
feet were
He doing
covered
that
in so
oven
much
treatment, how
blood.
oven be fucking light niggas up and leaving his damn fist pretty niggas.
But you know one thing that I hate when I like listen to a lot of people who talk about Sanji, they would rather this nigga get some bullshit power up. Me
Exactly.
and Big News be saying this shit all the time. They rather him get a bullshit power up than him to actually fight against the Vinsmokes, train with them, or get a raid suit, something dealing with his family that are
Oh
just
yeah, I
like
would
him.
rather. I'd
No.
rather
My
bullshit
thing, hold on.
power
My
up.
thing, hold
I
on. When
don't
I
agree.
was talking about the power ups, I was talking about like, hey, we don't know all what he got from Evenkoff, right?
No, I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about in general.
Oh yeah, no. He should know. I think he should. I think somehow, some way, because I think without the raid, I think the raid suit is kind of like it's only a
I mean, the
halfway
race suit
good thing
kind of conflict with his design.
unless he gets his
That's my
enhancements. I
problem.
said like the raid suit has to come after the enhancements, as far as I'm concerned. But in order to get that, I think yes, he needed to delve deeper with his family on the solo type shit. So
mm.
yeah,
Um,
it should be a process with the Vizpos. It should be a process, but we need to see what all he gained when he was on Okama Island.
I don't think he should get a raid suit. I think we should like just see him start doing some like some sort of like flame kicks or some shit. Like since he already has like the Diablo John blade, like if he could do some shit like that,
Like
like
Rankyaku, like flaming Rankyakus and shit like
Yeah,
that.
that would be cold.
yeah,
Yeah,
that would be
that
cool.
that
But
that is good.
that's my statement though. Like, bro, like he has to fight them, gain some type of ability with
Yeah.
them, or a raid suit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
or he
something.
can have both. Why not
Nah,
both?
nah, nah.
Nah,
Zoro
it
That
got
too.
an extra.
reiterates
Complicit
too.
is
Zoro
wrong.
got
Both.
extra swords midway through arcs and stuff multiple
No,
times.
y'all,
Why
y'all,
can't
Yeah, that's
Sanji do
totally
it?
wait, wait,
different.
wait, 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 wait. Y'all not getting Wallow's point. Wallow's saying, why does it have to go to that extreme for us to give a damn?
Because
Yeah.
niggas, no, hold on, because no, here's why the people saying that, and this is where they're wrong. Because they think Sanji's that much weak without those things. That's the problem.
I mean, he
They
is
think
weak
that
No,
too.
he has to
no.
get
It's
no. I'm talking about how the community is in general. People want to jump to those extremes while he should have it right away because they think that he's so low in at the bottom pole, at the totem pole, that he needs those things
and
right
I got
away
a
in order to
reverse
catch
and
up.
I got a reverse method that I'm gonna use that same thing. The problem with the community is that they swear to God he came out on the same level as Zoro and or Luffy. Bro, their progressions don't work the same, bro. So if he trained with somebody, he not gonna come out the same way another nigga come out, bro. It's not like, okay,
I agree.
I'm Luffy, I got 1500 power level. You feel me? I'm Zoro, I got 1000. I'm Sanji, I got 1000. We all go train, so we're all gonna just come out with 2,000 extra added on each. No, it don't work like that. Luffy will get 2,000. Zoro probably came out with 1,500. Sanji probably came out with 1,000. You don't know how these niggas progressions work, bro. That's the problem with everybody. They swear that they think that, oh, what else does he have? He needs to show what he learned. What if that's all he learned? Speed, skywalk, and powerful. He's stronger with his kicks. We see that because he's folding niggas with them kicks, but just
Right.
not the tier that's under commander. He's not fucking with them yet from what we see.
Mm.
I
I
agree.
mean,
I mean, you got a point
I
there,
give it
man.
to the fact that, like you said, depending on who you're getting trained by, you could kind of estimate, okay, who got like the bigger slice of the
Exactly,
cake.
Yeah,
and
that's a
so
good
right,
Like
point.
Mihawk,
who was in
exactly.
front.
We look Luffy. That's another thing too, because look at the three. Look at the monster trio, right? Luffy trained underneath the damn right hand of freaking Roger, for God's sakes, and
Right.
the world government don't even bother to go near that nigga. So we already see, okay, Luffy's about to get monstrous inhuman gains from him, right? Then Zoro trains under. Oh, lo and behold, oh, he's just a nobody. No, it's like no, it's Mihawk, the strongest swordsman in the world. All right. Then you got Sanji. It's not like if this was like a hot tier, if this was his daddy, I could see maybe something like this. But this is Ivankov, who was a subordinate underneath Dragon, and
I
not even
mean,
the main subordinate
the
at
thing
that.
the thing is, Ivankov didn't train Sanji.
It was
Yeah.
the Okama.
No,
The
but he had to
Okama
listen.
didn't
No,
It
no,
train
but
was
him.
a
Sanji
whole
had to no,
island.
listen. No, no,
Yeah,
no.
all
Yeah,
right.
he had to fade the 99 Masters.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to faith them, but the Ivankov wasn't like sitting there giving him pointers like, "Here's how you throw a kick." No, that's not what happened.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
like I
Sanji
think
had to
Hey,
run
hey,
away, and he had to.
I wanna welcome Soap to the stream
What the hell
because
is
he
that
gonna
noise?
say before he
somebody
says
So
got some
something
noise on
who
their
blasphemous.
coming
mic.
in here with the damn who in the laundromat? Oh damn.
Okay, it's gone. But yeah, I
All right,
want to.
so what do you think? All right,
So,
so you did
so
all you wanted to be in here so bad. Now you ain't got shit to say.
Hey, but I still want to know what y'all thought about that point I just said, bro. How
Oh,
like
I'm
these niggas
oh
think
no
okay.
no
that.
no no no! I'm
I'm about to say.
piggybacking off of that because like we clearly see when they went into these 2 year time skip, the people they trained was like equal.
Well, I think you have to look at the kind of training as well. I mean, because if you look at Rayleigh's training with Luffy, he was training him how to fight. If you look at
And all
Mihawk and
colors.
Zoro, he was training him how to fight with swords. But with Sanji on Okama, they weren't really training him how to fight with his legs. You know, he got training with his legs. He was running from them fools, but they
Nah, but
weren't.
he
Maybe they
but
taught
he
him how to
did.
cook and stuff. You know, that's the whole thing.
But he did have to beat the 99 masters to get the cooking recipes from them.
So here's
But
a
we don't know if
survival
they were
training.
like
Listen.
that high now.
Sanji didn't get hands on training like you're taught this. Look, you step by step training that Zoro and Luffy got. What he had was considered survival training.
Mm.
That's what he
Mhm.
got.
True, but at the same time, this is one thing that I always try to say to people, bro. Like his situation going to Ivankov probably was the best thing that could have happened to him, bro. Because
Even cause
as
of
we
reverse the
know,
situation.
his father was what, a scientist that meddled with
Mm-hmm.
his genes.
Genes,
What is Ivankov? Devil fruit,
gene
motherfucking
manipulation.
hormones, gene manipulation, all that shit, bro. So he could probably whatever's
If he inject
blocking
him,
his
yeah.
abilities from showing, he could probably fix that without taking away his emotions.
Either that or the cooking. I think between either cause power or that attack cuisine, one of those things can probably reverse the situation. Bottom line,
Yeah,
he
the
got sent to the
recipe.
one place. He got sent to the one place in the world that can cure his problems.
But yeah, man.
I agree.
Bro,
I think
bro was
niggas
trying to
don't
say
like that.
something.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Bro was trying to say something. Who it was?
Dribble Kenshin.
Yeah, so
Oh.
one of these dudes was trying to say something. I forget though.
I think it
Oh,
was
I mean,
Dribble.
I'll say it. I did have a thought on the back burner. Like Virgo, I want to talk about something you said quite a few minutes ago.
What's up?
You know, I think time is a big factor on why people can't see what Sanji's actually done, because some people maybe have been reading this series for years. I mean, if you think about it, you think about what happened to, like, I don't know, Skypea or
That's 10 years ago.
Alabasta and stuff. Yeah, that's like 10 years ago, yo. And like some people can't remember what they had for breakfast. All right. So how they gonna remember what happened 10 years ago? And like for a person like me, I can remember quite a lot of that stuff because I'm pretty new to the One Piece community, honestly. Like I've been in the community for about 8 months or so. But like around this time last year, I started binge watching the series. So a lot of that stuff was fresh in my mind. And then I got caught up with the manga. So I can remember a lot of stuff more like easier than a lot of people could who've been with the series for like 20 plus years.
Yeah, but when you think about it now, currently in the manga, we've been in Whole Cake for 2 years, which has not been Sanji's proudest moment in the eyes of people. So 2 years of this is their most recent memory. This is their most recent art. So all they're saying is they're like, fuck Sanji, fuck Sanji, fuck Sanji.
Hey, I
I
do
just
have
think
a
that
question
people
for everybody.
override. Yo,
Is Whole Cake Island considered trash if Sanji ends up not getting the fight?
No, it's trash either way.
I don't think
Nah,
so.
I felt like Luffy and Zoro set the standard so high for Sanji. Like he can't really.
Zoro didn't set no. Hold on, let's stop right there. Zoro didn't set no
I mean,
standard. All right,
Stop,
let's not go there.
stop right there.
Agreed.
No, Zoro did not set any standard,
Wait,
nigga.
no, yes, he
fought
did.
fodder.
That's
No,
not
he fought fodder.
Yes,
Good
he
stuff.
did.
What?
Even if you say you don't look at it objectively,
How did he-
you can't say that Zoro didn't set some sort of standard.
Nah, that's what I'm about to say. Let me get on him. So
go
what
ahead.
you
Hey,
gonna
let
say?
bro who asked the question say something. Let bro
Go
who's
ahead.
trying to say something.
Go ahead.
Because I was gonna say, I don't think Zoro set anything. Because if you think about it, bro, I don't care what anybody says. Pika was running the whole time, and once he got to him, he washed him. Like he didn't sweat. To be honest, he didn't even have to put on his bandana. Like he just chose to. Like come on now. We know
All
that,
right.
bro.
Now,
Like
here's my standard. Oh, you got someone to say? My bad.
no. You good?
I was gonna say like the standard that
He
he
lagged,
set
bro. He lagged.
is that.
Hangouts know he about to say some bullshit.
No, am I lagging? Hello.
Nah,
It's not like
Go ahead. I got
All
some.
right. The standard is that look, the nigga came out of training with so much more developed styles in his swordsmanship that we see, just like Luffy did. Luffy came out with a new Gear 4. This is what Zoro came out with, a new sword styles, one sword style. He was slashing Pika ass up.
He already had one sword style.
Yeah, he already had that.
No, but these techniques, they were like they were
just enhanced
phenomenal with
versions
what
of
he
it,
was.
yeah.
I mean, honestly, he was doing the
Even-
same techniques he's been doing. He just had
Exactly, they just
ornament
told
with
him.
It's
it.
not even
No.
about that. Look,
it was like
No.
increased tenfold.
the fact that his character like
Look
is
at how much devastation.
Listen,
Well, all right. The only one we saw was the
character
Daishinkan.
developed
That's the only
in
one.
terms of a good direction. Look, the Zoro is taking over. Like he warned Luffy too. Remember in fucking Punk Hazard, he was like, Luffy, you can't fuck around no more, bro. That set the standard too. That is
I agree with that moment. That moment was, bro. You
That's
got to
what I'm
tighten
saying.
up. We in the
I
new
think-
world. Yeah,
listen,
that
that shit was badass as fuck, yo. This nigga bitched that Luffy. He like, Luffy, you can't fuck around like that no more, dog.
Hold on, you know what? No, that's hold on. Listen. I agree with. Hold on, listen. That was a good point on Zoro. That is a sign of hold on.
while this happened while fucking Sanji was getting cracked in the shin, nigga.
That wasn't hit. No, listen. No, hold on. Wait. Well, first off, before y'all jump on that whole crack in the shin, remember for like most of that shit, that nigga wasn't even his real body. Shit, not even Sanji's body. So let's not. So let's. But that's here. Hold on. But here's the thing, though, right? That was a good point. That was a shining positive moment for Zoro because in the past we saw in a pre-time skip, Luffy and them fought a lot of niggas that they should have watched from the get-go because they was clearly stronger than them.
Yeah.
And Zoro's trying to like, look, nigga, we tired of freaking dragging out shit in which niggas that should be done with in 2 seconds. That's good.
Nah, but no. But let me fix that point. Let me fix that point right there. Even though they were stronger than them, coming into the new world is still a new experience, bro. And these niggas is not no joke. So they showed them you might be stronger, but there's still ways to beat your ass.
But yeah, because Monet saw that. Monet was clearly looking
Look.
at
It's not
she
even
coulda
about
killed
that, Tyrant. Look, then also Zoro been setting the standards high for a while, yo. When Kuma he took out the pain from Luffy, Zoro took it all. That nigga was just standing there like a
Sanji was trying to.
Sanji was about to do the same thing.
I mean,
but look,
Sanji was
let's stick on post skip though. Cause we know
We can stick on
Sanji.
Yeah,
post
we already
skip.
know pre-time skip.
Zoro came
That's
out
not
the
the argument.
post-time skip showing that even if he had an opponent in front of him, he was flexing on him. Like he was showing just how inferior you were now that I am trained. Like he was saying, Pika, I'm on a whole other level than you. Like you ain't even worth my time. Like this is showing a standard that when I come out of training and now I'm serious, you can't fuck with me. That's
That's the
standards,
thing.
bro.
No, wait. The
He
standard
was
here is not
fighting with
about
Fuji
power.
Sora and stood up
It's
to
not
gravity.
about power. The standard that Zoro sets was about staying serious, which is his character from day one anyway. Is that he's just trying to hammer home for Luffy, who needs to
That's what
look,
I'm
nigga. We're
saying.
in the
Nigga.
new
The thing is,
Can
you
world.
y'all
have to
hear
be
me?
serious though. You have
Now
to
we
be
can.
serious in
Now
this.
we can.
That's the standard set. There we go. There we
No,
go.
you have to be serious. They know it's the new world. They
I
already
mean,
know
look.
that. So
I mean, in terms of
There he is. There he is.
in terms of just like Sanji as a character and his progression, I've always been under the impression that Sanji, for some reason, post time skip, is no longer the fighter that we know him to be.
What's going on, guys?
I think that is mostly
What
intentional.
up?
Like I think Oda is doing this like reverse 360 shit on us from him training to who he trained with to all the events from Fishman Island to Dressrosa and Whole Cake Island. Like I'm one of them niggas who firmly believe from here on out, like we are rarely gonna see this nigga do any fighting cool shit. You know what I'm saying? Even in his own arc, he's not even getting his own shine. So
What are we talking about here?
in my head, Oda,
Hold on.
like in my head, Oda has got to be moving Sanji to more of this Chef Boyardee ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's kind of annoying, bro.
But
it's annoying, but like I don't know what else it is.
We're
What are we saying
expanding
here?
upon. We're expanding upon whether or not we're too hard on Sanji or not.
Which no one is.
Yes and no.
What do
I
you
don't
mean?
I
think it's
mean,
like
yes
too.
and no.
I don't
Yes
think
There's
and
one or
no.
the other.
niggas is
There's
hard
either
on
one or the other.
Sanji. Like I think it's a
Can I go?
bittersweet. It's
Can
a
I go on?
bittersweet thing. Like
I mean, the thing is, look, why I'm hard on Sanji is because I've seen like Luffy develop more in this arc than I have seen Sanji. Like like but basically I'm talking about feats in terms of.
But that's the problem, though. You guys expect
But
Sonic to have
that's
combat development
No,
while
no,
having character development.
I know what you mean by different perspective. Like Sanji's family, he developed his character more. He got to learn his family. We learned more about his family. We learned now he's going into more cooking type shit.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about in terms of like what we expect from him after.
And that's the problem. Sanji's a cook that can fight,
That's
not
what
a
I'm
fighter
saying.
who can cook.
Yes,
He was
thank you.
relentless,
Like people,
but
he's a
he was
cooking.
introduced as a fighter and a cook. More of
Not
a
necessarily.
No, he
Not
was
Not
born.
necessarily.
No,
First.
no,
He was a
Let's
chef
stop. Wait,
first.
wait, wait,
All
wait,
right,
wait,
let me
wait.
finish.
No,
Hold on,
wait,
hold on. Let
wait,
me
wait.
get this
Stop.
whole
Wait,
finish,
wait.
chef.
Hold up, hold
This
up.
nigga
Check
was
this
not a
out.
fighter.
No, wait. Here's the thing, though. He was born to be a fighter. He wind up being a cook that can fight. So
But
it's
he
like
also
back and
fights.
forth, back and forth. No. But he was born to be a fighter.
Okay,
That's
can we all
what
agree
you
that
wish I
Sanji's main premise of the character is to be a cook?
Yes,
Yeah,
his
No,
premise because his
no,
role
no,
is supposed to be a cook.
no.
That's
Listen,
true, but
I
at the same
how
time, the
many
cap.
people?
Okay,
how
I'll
many
say this.
people in One Piece have other professions and still are good at fighting? That's not a thing you guys can just
Wait,
throw out
but
there.
I don't. I
Jinbei
think
is a helmsman, so he's not supposed to fight, or Law's a doctor, so he's not supposed to
no,
fight.
but
I mean,
so here's the
saying
thing
that
though.
to
Like
my career.
No,
a lot of
that's.
the,
I don't need to hear any more of
No,
that bullshit, bro.
that's good.
Devil.
Just a cook.
Actually a good point.
Devil,
no,
the
but
reason
you
why
gotta
I'm
That was a
saying that
good
is
point, Devil.
The
You don't
reason you
even
guys
know
saying
that
that
we
because
got
but y'all gotta look.
you guys
But
want
here's
to
the thing.
use on these bullshit.
Here's the thing though. Like when it comes to like people viewing Sanji, a lot of Sanji's moments are those badass moments. So when we come off of those badass shit post time skip, and we are not getting that same sort of feeling, that same sort of Mr. Prince opening the gates of justice and these lobby moments. But
Exactly.
instead, you sitting here in a blouse crying over some 3-eyed bitch talking about your family don't
Hey,
love
that
you.
outfit
Like
was fresh
in a
though.
blouse.
Now, first of all, let me stop that. So, at
Nigga
no
was wearing an
point
apron.
are we ever going to be hyped about him making creme brulee.
Exactly.
And that's just
Hey,
how it is.
hey, but Virgo, check this out though, bro. Like you got to look at this realistically, bro. You see Brooke out here getting in the phase. You see Chopper out here and
But
Karen
Brooks
getting in
just
the
a
phase.
musician.
Wait, let me do my thing. Let me do my thing real quick. You
No, I was
see,
just
you
making a
see them
joke.
you see them getting in their phase, right?
Yes.
But all those same people acknowledge him before Jinbei got on the crew as the third strongest fighter on the crew.
Yeah, Luffy
They
himself
didn't
is
say
even
third
like
strongest
Sanji.
cook or the
Like
third fighter.
Luffy himself on Zoe is like Sanji's worth 1,000 men.
I know,
I
but
know,
Let me
but
say, hold on,
listen,
wait. I got
but
wait.
think
Here's
about
the
it
thing.
doesn't,
Wait.
it doesn't,
Check this out. Check
But
this out. I just
that
thought
can
about
be
something, right?
figurative.
Wait. It's not. I just thought about something. But here's the thing that's gonna piss a lot of people off, right? And I thought about it. Like, will people be happy if Sanji fades a high tier nigga like Daifuku or other
one
or freaking
time,
Skin?
No,
yes,
No.
one
no,
time,
no, they wouldn't. They would
one
not. No,
time.
this doesn't
I'm
make any
not
sense. He
done.
shouldn't be
I'm
able to
not
do
done.
this.
I'm not done. Can I finish saying what I'm saying, right? I thought that would that shut niggas up, and the answer at first I thought like I was always going back and forth, but ultimately I'm saying no, it's not. Because here's the thing, right? What we said in this stream so far, and what we said in other streams that this nigga, why come he hasn't done this when he can clearly do this here when he's shown it before? If Sanji phase one of these high tier characters, right, and he does it like how he usually do, relatively easily, means he could have done that the entire time, and niggas going to use that against him, like nigga, why didn't you do that from the get go? You could have got yourself out of the situation to get go, and niggas going to hold that over his head.
Okay, so what are we arguing here? Are we arguing that something to be more
Look,
cinematic
yeah, that's what I'm
or
trying to
what?
figure out, Tyron. What was
No,
the point?
I think
No, I'm trying to
Because
say this: niggas aren't going to be happy regardless of whatever this man does on at the on this art goes and going forward
because
in
of
the
what
character
and
shit
that's why
because
I even brought this topic up. So are
because
we too hard on Sanji?
if he
But
does
How
listen,
it,
do
look,
what
if he
he
phase
does?
one of these, listen, I'm trying to say, if he phase one of these niggas like how he usually fade niggas in the past, which is relatively easy in a low to maybe mid-low diff fight, right? That means he could have done it the entire time, and niggas gonna be like, he gonna hold it against him, like,
Tyrant.
he should have done this, and
I'm
he
gonna
should have
hold
that's
done
it
that
still
from
against
the get
Oda
happening.
go.
hey,
personally.
Okay, first off, I don't.
hold on, let me say,
I got it. And that's why I made this stream in the first place. Because win or lose, Sanji just loses. No matter
Exactly,
what it
niggas gonna
comes
hold
to.
him against
can
him.
I
Not
make a
not
point real quick
necessarily.
though?
I think
Can I
there's
make
some valid arguments in terms of why people think Sanji is not that great. I mean, it's not just all because we're hating on him. There's some valid points.
Thank you,
can I
Landon.
make a
Exactly.
I mean,
can I
in
make a
terms,
point real quick? Like I think I can only speak from my perspective, right?
Correct.
And from my perspective, yes, Sanji, when we were introduced to him, was introduced as a cook, but we know the nigga was catching some fade too. And throughout all the pre-time skip, we saw this nigga whooping ass and having some dope ass moments. And I love Sanji. Sanji was one of my favorite characters, nowhere near Usopp, but one of the greatest, right? So then I come post time skip and I have maybe by my own fault these expectations
No,
of
Mm.
Sanji maybe doing a
okay,
Ryaku of Sanji, maybe doing, you know what I'm saying? Like just
okay, so come on, the
fucking
ground
niggas
then.
up. And then I come in the post time skip, and Oda is intentionally showing us that he is more of a cook than a fighter.
Okay, listen here, man.
Regardless, regardless of like him
I
being a cook being obviously true, it's sort of bittersweet for me when I, in my head, have Sanji having his Mr. Prince moments, his Annie Slobby moments, and then to just go into post time skip and essentially have a 360, where instead Oda is now focusing on his cooking feats.
can I
For
go
what?
next?
Because that's what's needed to progress on the first. Like, listen, the
No, but
cooking
thing is, the
feats
thing
is
is,
going to
right?
help on that.
He didn't ease it in, yo. He just did a whole 360, like
I
Sop.
mean, like, hold on. How is this cooking progress Sanji at all?
He
In terms
learned
of
a
character
style of
development.
cooking that literally empowers people. What are you talking
No,
about?
no, 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 no. That's over the time skip. How did him cooking this cake in his art do anything for his character? I'm curious. I'm not criticizing you, right? I
He
just
stated to be
Are
listen
you talking to me?
multiple times.
no. I'm
No,
talking to anybody.
I'm telling you, like, I'm
Oh
saying
well,
like listen. It's now confirmed that Sanji is like one of the top cooks in the world, right? And
All
you need
right,
a cook in order to progress because he's superior to Drusen when it comes to culinary skills, right?
but
This
I don't
nigga
care
has
about
a
that.
bit.
I'm
Hold on,
talking about
listen.
his
Okay, you
character.
don't care about. I'm talking about his
I'm
character in
talking about
general.
his character. You're
but
talking about his
as
cooking prowess.
His cooking prowess
Okay,
is
Dev, I think I agree
arguably
with Dev.
about him.
I
Listen,
think I agree with.
Luffy has one of the top
Hold on,
chefs in
Lando's
the
agreeing with
world
you.
that's going to help him
Dev
in the
is right.
future.
Dev is right. Sanji baking a cake doesn't improve his character at all. I mean, in terms of hierarchy, in terms of where the antagonist stands, Sanji will take the third strongest.
look,
And to
the
see
only way
him
I
going from that to trying to fight or trying to help in terms of cooking, it's a bit disappointing. I
I
think
mean the
Devil
only
is right.
oh my fault. Go ahead, go ahead. I thought you were done.
I think Devil is right. But what
Okay,
I've
I got a
noticed
question.
though,
Wait. I got a question for you. Wait. Here's the thing. Here's what people forget about this whole cake thing. Forget what the cake does. Clearly, it was good because Big Mom Child scarfed it all down, right? But here's the thing, right? Let's say Sanji never baked the cake, the wedding cake, right? What would they been left with? Oh, you have to run now with no distraction, without
I'm pretty
dividing the
sure
force.
putting
No.
his phone
Wait. Listen. All
cake.
right. Listen. If he never baked the cake in the first place, we would have been left with the straw hats, just trying to get the hell up out of freaking whole cake, out of top land, right?
Okay, first
Which
of all,
would have been
Sanji.
impossible. No, listen, no, wait, listen. That
Yeah,
would
go.
have been impossible because of all the things that was being put in place. Big Mom chasing after him. You don't have to stress. You're not able to divide their
Wait,
forces because you got people going over here with the cake and stuff like that, and baking the cake, and her own people helping to bake that cake
wait,
too.
but
On
there's
top
a
of that.
Okay,
wait,
so
but
you're trying to say the cake
Siren,
is
I ain't
essential, then? Okay,
talking
sure.
about the
But the
whole
problem
cake.
with that
I
is
meant
that
to say I understand like the cake has a purpose for the plot, yes. But what Oda does to highlight the cake in terms of what for Sanji's personality and who Sanji is as a character is the thing I have a problem with. Because again, there's no problem with Sanji being a chef. But when you highlight him being a chef more than the progression of the fighter that you have built pre-time skip, it leaves a real bad taste in my mouth.
It's because he couldn't allow. Listen. He was listen. They introduced the editors or whoever decided to label this arc whole cake arc the year of Sanji, that was bad on their part, right? Because when you say
True,
that, you're
Yes,
going
it
to have the
was.
view. Listen, no, listen,
true.
listen. You're going to have the viewer. You're going to have the readers to have a
A
certain
certain depiction in their
expectation,
mind. Yes.
yeah, of what's going to happen, right? And especially this is a battle manga. At the end of the day, it's an adventure, but at the end of the day, it's shonen. So therefore, it is most of the time it's going to be a battle manga. So we're thinking fights. We're thinking fights from feats in a fight.
I'm
On
thinking
top of
niggas
that,
is
we
squaring
didn't
up.
get that. We didn't get a lot of this stuff, especially when you label this supposed to be Sanji, supposed to be pretty much the main protagonist of this particular arc. And since that didn't happen, niggas got pissed off. But what we're failing to see here is this. Hold on.
He
Hey,
got
Tyron, let
cooking
these
Without
feast
other
the
boys
though.
get it
cake.
in, bro. Tyron, let these other boys get in, bro. Go
He
ahead.
got cooking feast though, because if you think about it, nobody would have been able to make that cake if he didn't make it, because he was the only one able to smell the ingredients. He was able to make the
No, that's
ingredients by
impressive.
smelling them. That's
I
impressive as
mean,
fuck.
that's all cool and shit, but I don't care. Like that's the
Because you
thing.
want
You
I
don't
fights.
agree with
care,
Devin. I mean, what does
but
baking a cake have to do with progression?
Whether you care or not, that's still a feat at
No,
some
it's
point.
a feat. No, I
As
agree.
far as
I
cooking,
agree.
like
I
dude
agree.
was
It's a
just
feat.
like
But
dude was just saying, Luffy now has pretty much one of the best chefs on his ship, bro. Like the fighting feats are come. Just chill. You feel me? We got Wano coming up.
We still,
yeah.
yo,
All right,
on
all right.
that point, we still
Also,
got his family for him to deal with, bro. Like, I don't know why people think that aspect is over. Like, bro,
Exactly.
like,
Judge it hella highlighted
it's
that
that
too.
up.
hey, boys. Hey, but I gotta wrap
Orlando,
it up
chill.
though. I gotta wrap it up. It was dope for y'all coming through.
thanks for
Consistently.
having us, man. Appreciate it.
We
Yeah,
had
appreciate
a
it,
lot
bro.
of signs there. Maybe we were too hard on Sanji. Maybe we weren't too hard.
We
We'll
aren't.
see as this continues to progress on. Maybe we'll have it. Something big happen with Sanji, be it good or bad. Maybe I'll do round two. We'll see.
No, all
I
right,
mean, I
man.
didn't
Here we
get a
go. The
chance to
only
really
way,
voice my.
the only way
Oh, can
that
I go?
people are gonna approve of Sanji is Shanks himself be like, Sanji, join my crew, won't you? We need a cook.
That
I heard
ain't
you the best cook in the
But all right,
world.
man.
Join my
Hey,
crew.
I thank y'all for coming through. Everybody was in the comments and everybody, thank y'all for coming through too, man. Y'all my boys. I'll catch y'all later.
Okay, man. Thanks
Shooter.
for having me.
Good.